welcome Maxim.
Thanks, Calypso. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Before I dive into the wonderful world of changing retail, I just want to provide you with a quick intro of StreetHub and myself. In 2013, I co-founded StreetHub. We're a marketplace of carefully curated home gifts and fashion items. And these products are all sourced from a community of independent boutiques. And over the past 2 years, we've grown to a community of 350 boutiques and a product list of 15,000 items. And all these items you can buy through instant delivery, click and collect, or nationwide shipping. We're backed by a group of VCs and angels that include Index Ventures that are known for backing companies like Not on High Street, Farfetch, and Octopus Investments, who are known by its investments in Whiteplant and Zoopla. So we raised £2 million so far, with the goal to use that to help independents fight back versus the larger chains and the e-commerce giants. These are some of the products we sell. It's unique products from a group of unique boutiques. And we display our products on our beautiful website, but also on our mobile app, on our mobile website. Anyways, that's enough about StreetHub. Today I'm going to spend a few minutes to talk about the retail landscape and how it's changing and how you can use that to your advantage. And we'll have a couple of minutes at the end for questions, but you can always grab me afterwards or send me a tweet or email or whichever way we're going to communicate. There's been one thing that I think has really shaped the mindset of the modern customer and really had a big impact on how we behave around retail these days. And it's this little device. In 2007, the iPhone was launched. It's only 8 years ago. And within no time, customers suddenly had internet available at the fingertips whenever they wanted. Suddenly they could search, price compare, research, review, and even buy products from anywhere. So it's really shaped the mindset of the modern customer, and it's become a really powerful tool in the hands of the shoppers. And they're more informed than ever. In the past, the role of the shopkeeper was to inform the customer. Now customers walk into the shop, they're already informed. They research the stuff, like they know about the products they want to buy. And over time, the web and mobile has brought more information and transparency to customers. And retail is really about supply and demand, and that hasn't changed, right? What's changed is that the access to supply, well, the customer has much more access to supply, so they have more choice and they have more control where and how to buy things. So this is the first change the iPhone has brought with it. The other effect this little device has had is that we have constant access to, and we're even bombarded with information. And it's leading us to become more and more impatient. We are all leading more increasingly hectic lives. 100 years ago, we were sleeping more than 9 hours a day at night. Can you believe that? I wish I could do that today. But the average, we don't have time to sleep. The average person sleeps less than 7 hours a night. And since 1998, the proportion of people who sleep less than 6 hours has doubled. And having constant access to information and rapid communication, it goes both ways. Consumers these days, they expect to get answers instantly. And retailers need to work extra hard to respond to requests as quickly as possible. And because of this, retailers, they're really trying to push the limits on delivery times and delivery time slots and speeds. Amazon, they're doing drone deliveries, 30 minutes. At StreetHub, we're doing instant deliveries within 60 minutes if you live locally. And in an age where almost anything is a click away, we're becoming more and more impatient. And the third thing the smartphone is doing, and this is also a quite fundamental shift in how we behave around retail, is that is blurring the lines between online and offline. Customers these days, they want to be able to browse online, buy on the mobile, and then return the products in the shop. It's all becoming the same thing, and you want to buy from home and have it delivered later, or you want to buy it in a store and have it or buy from home and have it collect in the shop, or buy in the shop and have it delivered at home. And customers, they don't care about tags like multi-channel or omni-channel. They only care about buying in their own time, wherever they want, whenever they want, on any device. So the thought process of the 2015 customer is very much, I want what I want, when I want it, where I want it, in the way I want it. So how about the trends that forecast the death of the high street? If we can buy the same product online, why don't we buy everything online? Well, the thing is, some things, there's a couple of reasons why people bother to go out and buy in the real world. A lot of times you want to touch and feel the products before you buy it. And this is true for a lot of the stuff that are sold here at Pulse, you know. You want to, if I buy a gift for someone, I want to touch and feel and have a look at it. If I buy a pair of jeans, usually I want to try it on. And then also deliveries. Deliveries are kind of flawed. Not everyone can be at home and accept deliveries at any time. And then people forget, 85% of retail is still offline. The vast majority of all transactions happen in the real world. Some things makes more sense to buy online. If I'm buying a book or electronics, I'm most likely to go to Amazon, and that makes more sense. Whereas if I'm buying something else, like fashion or home and gifts, I'm more likely to do that offline. And that reflects in the proportion of people who do this. So in electronics and books, 60-70% of everything that's sold is sold online. But in home and fashion, it's more around 10-12% that is bought online. So the vast majority is bought in the high street. And the way to think about it is, the more unique a product is, the less comparable it is, the more likely it is to have an offline component to it. Whereas the more easily you can price compare something, the more commoditized the product is, the more likely it is to be bought online. But even if the majority of things are bought offline, what's happened is that the discovery of finding that product, that has moved online. So people like to sit at home, browse on the iPad or the iPhone, and find what they want to have online. So there's still an online component to offline purchases. And in fact, about 50% of all the online or offline purchases are influenced by online. And John Lewis recently stated that 69% of their in-store transactions are researched online first. And this is why click and collect has become a huge trend. People, many of the chain retailers like House of Fraser, M&S, John Lewis, Sasa, and Argos, and a lot of others, they're now selling more through click and collect than online. So it's becoming huge things. And last when I looked, 90% of the top 20 retailers in the UK offer click and collect. Whereas when it comes to the independent shops, it's less than 2%. So there's a bit of catching up to do there. So the rise of the internet and mobiles and rollout of smartphones, it won't kill the high street. It's just, especially with the smartphone, it's just becoming pieces of the same puzzle. And in a way, there's no point in distinguishing between them anymore. So the 2015 customer is more informed than ever, has less time than ever, and wants to be able to buy from anywhere at any time. So what does this mean for the independent retailer? I mean, it's a pretty tough job being an independent retailer, as is. You have to battle or deal with impatient customers. You have to troll through enormous amount of data and emails on a daily basis. And then there's pressure to be omnichannel, in addition to frantically fighting off competition from the large chains and the e-commerce giants. And then you have to be on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Some of you are probably on Instagram and Pinterest and Vine as well. I mean, there's a lot of things to do. So how do you set your retail business apart? It can get a little bit overwhelming. Well, it's about picking your battles. When it comes to providing your customers with the ability to buy from anywhere, anytime, luckily technology is more accessible than ever. It's simpler than ever to build a website and get a mobile presence. But don't do it just because you have to have a website. You have to be smart about it. For example, you can get an online and mobile presence without even investing in technology by joining a marketplace, for example. And how about the more informed and hectic customer? What impact does that have for retail in store? Well, before, the job of the shopkeeper was to inform the customer and guide them through the purchase process. And now it's much more about providing the best customer service. Take a look at this chart. This is a survey with, so the orange columns show where respondents of the survey think that in-store has an advantage over online. And this survey was made with people who shop on a mobile. So this is a digital generation. But clearly they feel that some things are better online, or sorry, better in store. And these guys, they need a reason to buy from you. Things like great customer service and creating a positive in-store experience is incredibly important. By giving your customers or making it easy for them to find what they want and get the help they need, and having a welcoming and positive environment, you create a competitive advantage. The other thing that stands out is easy returns. Make it easy for your customers to return. That's one advantage you have over online. It's such a pain, as you know, returning an items online. So if you have this as an advantage, make sure you make it easy for your customers. And lastly, building a relationship with your customers. This is something people value. And it's not only about, well, I mean, building a relationship, it not only maximizes the chance that people buy within their shop, but also maximizes the chance that they come back and buy again. So this is very important. Now, get the best price. You get this online. Like, don't even try to compete with the likes of Amazon on this one, because that's a battle you won't win. And in addition, you have to tailor and focus on the things that matter to customers in the store. And when customers are in the store, these three things are the matter, not necessarily in the best price. This may all sound like a bit fluffy, and I'm standing up here and saying, get great customer service to your shop. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? But let me break it down to you. There are three things. Well, this equation really says or determines your in-store revenues, and it's the number of visitors that you have in the shop times the proportion of those visitors that buy something times the average spend. So there's only three ways you can increase your revenues. It's get more visitors into your shop, increase the proportion of people that buy, or increase the amount they spend. And I think that often the second component, the proportion of visitors that buy, is often overlooked. And as a shopkeeper, your job is to once the customer is within your four walls, is to really maximize the proportion of people that buy. And we're talking about the digital generation customer. The way to maximize that is to provide the best personal customer service, build a personal relationship, and have easy returns. So that's why it's important. And this is all measurable. You can track this. How else do you know if your shop staff are doing a good job? I mean, footfall varies from a day to day based on the weather and other things, but this proportion, this is down to merchandising and your sales staff. So, turns out that this little gadget, which I don't have on me, has impacted the iPhone and smartphones have impacted quite an impact on life, and not least the way we shop. But knowing about this and thinking about this can not only help you keep up, but also help you get ahead of everyone else. And don't forget to stand out and capture the attention. Sometimes you have to dare to be different. Thank you. And now open up to questions if there are anyone.
Thank you.